Look, I'm going to be blunt. People 45 years and older are getting crushed online. Why is that? It's not because they're not smart, certainly not because they're not brilliant, and it's definitely not because they're not a wealth of knowledge. It's because they're invisible. They can't be found. Let's talk about how we can change that. Hi, I'm Joe Nortrup, author of Learn How to Build a Brand for Smart People in Under 2 Hours, the founder of Get Voice Engine, your brand's voice amplified, and the creator of the PPI Framework. I help late bloomers and second act professionals like you build modern brands with your timeless experience. We're going to get into that, so let's jump in. Welcome to Get Voice Engine, where you'll learn the fundamentals of how to build a personal brand, the process for developing your own unique niche, and finding your voice. I'm your host, Joe Nortrup. Let's get started. So most boomers and most even Gen X and Millennials were raised to let their work speak for itself. Most of us were taught not to toot our own horn. A job well done is its own reward, that if you do a good job, people will notice and you'll be rewarded richly for that. And of course, we know that in today's world, that just doesn't work. And it certainly doesn't work in today's digital trust economy. The digital trust economy really rewards only one thing, and that is visibility. In other words, you're able to be found, discovered online. And then with that, it rewards value. So you have to be visible, presenting value. And that is what the digital trust economy looks to reward. So the good news is that you don't have to master, video creation and editing to the point where you can go viral. That's really not where the different algorithms are heading these days. It's really leaning towards more value-based content and educational type content that brings real value to those that are consuming it, not just entertaining. And so the good news is you're not going to have to learn how to make a video go viral. You're not going to have to, dance on TikTok and do something crazy. All you're going to have to do is figure out how to develop a system, which I'm going to help you with, that can translate your wealth of experience into digital credibility. That's really the gist of what we need to do here. And my framework, my PPI framework, is what's going to help you figure out how to do that. It's going to show you how to show up, stand out, and build credibility. So the PPI framework is where we're headed with this. And like I said, the PPI framework is going to allow you to build a personal brand without faking it. You're not going to have to quit your day job or become someone that you're not. If you follow this framework, you're going to build credibility. And over time, your brand will grow to be a trusted, credible brand that you can then use to market a product or service that you have that will obviously provide a great value for your particular client or customer avatar. So that's where we're headed with this. In the next episode, we're going to start getting into the real nuts and bolts of what the PPI framework is, the prominent person of impact. That's what I believe we all need to become in this digital trust economy. I believe that every person needs to develop a personal brand, and in order to do so correctly, to where you're not being inconsistent and not having issues in being able to scale and grow, you need a framework. Every business runs on a framework, and that's what I'm proposing for you to engage with my PPI framework and build your personal brand. So like I said, next episode, we're going to get into the nuts and bolts. We're going to start that over several episodes coming up. Hope you'll tune in. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you like so far what you've heard. And if you think we're heading in the right direction, love to have you along for the ride. Thanks for watching.